Ideas are worthless. That's one thing that I heard. Now, immediately, I sat there dumbfounded, and I thought to myself, what ideas are worthless? What do you mean? Where's the context? And the context was this. How many people do you know in your life? Just think about this for a second. How many people do you know in your life who have come up to you and have said, hey, I want to start martial arts. I want to start a business. I want to do X. I have $1 million idea. If you just get this, you ran it right, boom, oh man. And then you take a look at that and think about, okay, well, how many of them actually did it? And you might think, well, Daniel, I do know 1 or 2 friends who talked about it and then they did it. That's great. But isn't it so much more powerful to, instead of saying the words, I'm going to, replace it with I did? Instead of saying, I'm going to start martial arts, hey man, I started martial arts. When? Last month. Instead of saying, I'm going to start a business, I started a business. Instead of saying, I'm going to start working out, I started working out. This way, my friends, words are good, but when you have actions, they build the foundation, so now your words become that much more valuable. They have that much more weight to them, and you're gonna be taken that much more seriously. So my friends, really, everybody has $1 million idea. But the problem is, when you don't have actions to back up the $1 million idea, when you don't execute, it doesn't mean anything. It literally does not mean anything. Everybody has great ideas. The difference is who's gonna act upon it. Right? And sometimes you can't, right? Due to time, due to circumstances, due to like, right now we're in like the coronavirus times, right? Due to money, whatever it may be. But it's really, really important to think, hey man, ideas really aren't that great unless you act on them. An idea of starting a podcast rarely means anything. You know, when someone comes up to me and says, hey man, I'm thinking of starting a podcast. Well, that's fantastic. And that's that. Come to me and say, Daniel, I started a podcast. I will hype you up to the freaking moon. Like that's incredible. Because now what you've done is you've cemented yourself and you've built that with your words. You're saying you're building a reputation, right? Not just for other people, but for yourself too. You're like, hey, I am a person of my word. And now you just move in the quietly. That is my recommendation. Move in the quietly, keep your head down, do what you gotta do. And when it's finished, then you can show your results gladly. Like, hey, I went for it, I kept my head down, this is what happened. I think with that sort of a mindset, you can get really, 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 really far. Because talking is easy. Everybody can talk. You can lean back, hands behind your head going, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But it's the execution that's hard. And what you notice with a lot of people, and myself included, this is a really sensitive subject, because a few years ago, I was Mr. Talk a lot. Hey guys, we have to go on a camping trip, right? And then waited 2 years to go on one. Hey, I should probably start a YouTube channel. My first ever documentation that I wanted to do a YouTube channel of sorts was in September of 2018, okay? Why the hell did my first video come out in June of 2019? Do you see why it was an amazing idea? Well, it would have been more amazing if I acted on it right then and there. Again, it's gonna differ, sometimes you can't due to other circumstances, but it's really like, you acting on it just makes it valuable. That's what makes an idea priceless. It's because you go, no one great ever said, I had this idea to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. And then you go, well, and then? Oh, that's it. I just had the idea. It didn't really go anywhere. Like no one ever, right? Bless, the late Kobe Bryant. No one ever would say anything. It's always a follow-up. I had the idea that, Microsoft needed competition, so I started Apple. I had the idea that I could be the best swimmer in the world, so I started swimming every day for 2 hours, right? It's the build-up. So the idea is what gets it going, but really it is putting in the work, putting in the execution. That's what puts you on frickin' fire.